guys, this is Lzzy Hale from Halestorm, and my beacon moment was the summer of '97. I was still in middle school, and my brother and I had this brilliant idea to enter ourselves in a talent show at the Schuylkill County Fair in Pennsylvania. But my brother, he was around 10 at the time. It's like, it's not cool if we don't have a band name. So I'm like, well, what do you want to call the band name for today? We weren't planning on starting a band. Why would we do that? And he's like, well, what about Halestorm, like our last name? I'm like, okay, that'll work for today. So long story short, we played our show. Had one song written called Love is Power. Ended up losing to the tap dancing cowgirl. But the moment was when we walked out on stage for the first time, not in front of our parents, not in front of our guests for Christmas. This was all new people. It was this big, like, outdoor auditorium, and I remember turning to my little bro and saying, "We have to do this again. Do you think Mom knows any place we could play?" And we literally had tunnel vision, from that day forward, and to the point where, like, the next day I went into school and I'm like, hey, I'm Lzzy Hale and I'm in a band called Halestorm. I started a band. So I grew up on my parents' music, so very much I wear my roots on my sleeve most times, and so you see old videos of Freddie Mercury, and you see all these people that had such a larger-than-life personality, and they were playing these huge stages with crowds that were singing along to their songs, and I remember, like, literally all the time just being like, wow, do you think anybody will ever sing along to our songs? Do you think anybody will ever cover one of our songs? And, like, a lot of these dreams have come true. The last time I was at the Red Lion Tavern, we just walked in. We wanted to have some beers and smoke because we came off tour, and, like, we walk in there now, and there's always the old standbys and the regulars, and they know who we are, and so we ended up getting asked to play acoustic, like a couple acoustic songs, and so we ended up playing in the corner a couple of acoustic songs, and there was a fist fight that broke out in the back. That's my hometown. Real classy place. But no, the people there are so awesome. It's like, if they love you forever. And I tell people this a lot. There was a lot of local bands that helped us and gave us a leg up and let us open for them. And I mean, it's especially when we were kids. I mean, who gives a chance to a couple of kids that want to play rock and roll? So I really do. I try to remind those bands a lot that every triumph that we have, it's their triumph too, because it takes a village to break a band.